Good afternoon everyone, it's 3 p.m. and I would like to call the travel agency meeting on January 21, 2022 to order. May I request Ms. Serrano for our invocation to start the meeting?
Let us put ourselves in the holy presence of God. Let us pray. Lord, as we gather today at this meeting, we ask that you will be our mates. Help us to make decisions that will be pleasing to you. Help us to be able to discuss the matters and hand in the reasonable way and to be willing to give up having our own way. God, let this meeting be productive and as should be the case in all areas of our lives. Help us to keep you at the forefront of our minds as we do the work set before us. Amen.
Will the secretary please call the roll?
Okay, as I call the roll, each member say present as your name is called. Velasquez John Allen.
Present.
Peña Kyle. Magat Felicity.
Present.
And Rodriguez Joanna.
Present.
4 present, 0 absent, Mr. President. A quorum is present.
Thank you. Now that the meeting has declared a quorum by the secretary, let's proceed with the adoption of the agenda.
Adaptation of agenda. Proposal of travel and tourism guidelines amid the ever-increasing number of cases due to the newly developed viruses during the pandemic. First, to convince people how our travel agencies guarantee their flight safety even in times of crisis. Second, to create appropriate health policies for passengers.
Copies of the files have already been mailed to everyone. Listen to the secretary as she repeats the agenda.
The plan of today's meeting is to, as stated in the main agenda, at the end of the meeting, all members are expected to provide some of the ideas for the proposal of travel tourism guidelines during the pandemic. The agenda consists of 2 sub-agendas. First, to convince people how our travel agency guarantee their flight safety even in times of crisis, and second, to create appropriate health policies for passengers.
Thank you, Ms. Serrano. Perhaps you will understand what our agenda is. Any motion before continuing?
Mr. President,
Kyle.
I move that we need passengers to be more closely monitored for compliance with travel restrictions, such as wearing face masks and face shields, temperature check, physical and social distancing, and regular sanitations. With this motion, we can ensure everyone's safety.
I second the motion.
It is moved and second that we need passengers to be more closely monitored for compliance with travel restrictions. Is there any discussion on the motion?
Mr. President,
Felicity.
I move that our company should restore traveler confidence and stimulate demand with the new safe and clean labels for the sector, information applications for visitors, and domestic tourism promotion campaigns.
Mr. President,
Yes, Joanna.
Mr. President, I think this is a good idea because we also have to prepare comprehensive tourism recovery plans to rebuild destination, encourage innovation and investment, and retain the tourism sector.
Thank you, Ms. Rodriguez. Are there other motions? If not, the amended agenda can now be adopted.
Mr. President,
Allen?
I move to adopt an amendment to the agenda.
Second.
It is moved and second that the main motion be amended. All those in favor of amended, say aye.
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 The ayes have it, and the amended is carried. Let us now proceed to the reading and approving of the minutes of the previous meeting. The secretary will read the minutes of the previous meeting.
It was discussed last January 3, 2002 around 9 a.m. in the morning on online meeting was with the effectiveness of safety protocols and guidelines amidst in the pandemic. First, social distancing. Second, wear face mask and face shield. Third, bring alcohol. 4, always check temperature. Fifth, bring the swab test results. That's all. We can continue, Mr. President.
Thank you. Are there any addition or correction of this? If none, please let me know so we can proceed.
Nothing, sir.
Nothing, sir.
Secretary, please do the honor to give us copy about that. So if there's no question, let's proceed to the report of the office. Are there any reports?
President, as I check, there's no report from the officers.
Thank you. Since we don't have a report from office, should we proceed to the discussing the unfinished business?
Don't have unfinished business, sir.
Seeing that you are all good, let's proceed to the new business. The postponed business is settled in this way. We will move on to a new business. The first business idea to plan a post-pandemic travel video marketing. Does anyone have any motion to do a travel video marketing?
Mr. President,
Mr. President, I move to travel.
Point of order, Kyle. Allen, you have the floor.
thank you, Mr. President. I just want to say that I like the idea to create a pre-pandemic video to document changes that we have experienced and think we should pass the motion.
Is there a second to that motion?
I second that motion.
It has been moved and second that we create a pre-pandemic video. All in favor of creating a pre-pandemic video, say aye.
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 The motion is carried. Is there any further business?
Mr. President,
Mr. President,
Joanna,
Mr. President, I rise to a point of order.
state your point of order.
Mr. President, I believe you should call on Kyle because he hasn't asked for the floor before.
Your point is not well taken. You may speak, Joanna.
Mr. President, travelers are likely to start traveling domestically, but as soon as pandemic fades, they will travel internationally. Our content marketing efforts can produce excellent results, and we should aim to create media content rich in a certain number of articles, videos, or other contents per month. So I move we refine our marketing plan by social media and content marketing.
I second the motion.
It is moved and second that we refine our marketing plans by social media and content marketing. All those in favor say aye.
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 The ayes have it, and the motion to refine our marketing plan is passed. Is there any other discussion?
Mr. President,
The chair recognizes Kyle.
I move that we must talk about the health issues and concern during this new normal.
I second the motion.
It is moved and second that we add health issue and concerns during this new normal to the new business. Is there any debate?
Mr. President,
Mr. President, I agree with the...
Point of order, Felicity. The chair recognizes Joanna.
I stand corrected.
I am opposed to this motion because I think regarding health issues they know it already. We may include this right now.
Mr. President, I agree with the person who spoke for this motion. Everybody is responsible to their own health, so it is a must that we are all aware of this.
Mr. President,
Allen.
and I'm also for this motion because giving necessary information about health issues makes everyone informed and educated on how to deal with it.
Is there any further debate? The question is on the adoption of the motion that we add health issue and concerns during this new normal to the new business. Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those opposed say no. The ayes have it, and the motion is won. We will add health issue and concerns during this new normal to the new business. Is there any other new business? If there are no other business, we will move on to the new announcement. Are there any announcement, Mr. Ano?
I would like to inform everyone that we are having an online meeting on January 27, 2002 to speak about different topics that we haven't discussed inside the meeting this afternoon. Please inform me if you'd like to add anything to the list of topics for today's meeting that will appear on your screen. All suggestions and questions are highly welcome, and also share your comments and feedback so we can also better prepared. Make sure to be on time as you always do. Your presence is highly appreciated.
Mr. Ano, does anyone have any other announcement? Since that completes the business for this meeting, we need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Mr. President,
Joanna?
I move the meeting will adjourn.
Seconded.
If there are no objection, we will stand adjourned. No objection?
We stand adjourned.
We stand adjourned.
We stand adjourned.
This meeting stands adjourned.